Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's the West Coast Watchman bringing to you that 411 about that Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters. That Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters, talking about that birthright for you, brothers and sisters. If you ever wanted to win something big and that you can use for the rest of your life and pass down to your children, that's your birthright. And your birthright, brothers and sisters, is not a damn check that's worthless. That's what they want to offer you now. We've been here for 465 years, brother, going on 465 years. The first, when we got here on the West American shores, they locked us up as prisoners of war. They locked us up, brother, for 64 years. Well, you would ask, why would they do that, Muhammad? How, why would they lock us up? Well, we was prisoners of war, brothers and sisters, and they locked us up so that we wouldn't have that, we could lose that knowledge. What knowledge is that? That's your mother tongue, brothers and sisters. Your mother tongue. Not only your mother tongue, but when you get a little bit money, you like, hey, let me go get a pizza. That's Italian. Oh, let me go get some Chinese food. That's China. Let me go get whatever. It ain't your food. It ain't got no shop over here that say African food. They might have them somewhere around. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't seen none. So they locked us up to take not only our mother tongue, our knowledge, and what we was eating to keep us healthy and strong and to be the individuals that we are. They took all of that from us. So after them 64 years they being locked up, and already that we got here in 1555, 64 on to 1555 make 1619. That's when the so-called first nigger bot rolled off the assembly line, and that's when our time started. That 400 years of the Abraham covenant, where it says in your book, no of a surety your seed will be taken from their land and taken to a land that's not theirs and served and afflicted for 400 years. That's exactly what happened, brothers and sisters. 400 years on the 1619 make 2019. You heard my brothers and sisters this morning. I pushed that tape on top of on my page so you can get that thorough knowledge. They were the brother and the sister was pairing up, giving you a double dose of the Abraham covenant and breaking down that 411 about your journey here in the North American wilderness. It wasn't no cakewalk. It wasn't no stroll through the park, brothers and sisters. It wasn't nothing like that. And it ain't being nothing like that. Now that the 400 years is over, 460, going on 465, all of a sudden, they want to break you off with a little chump change because that's all it's going to be is some chump change. Because as you know, in the 70s, when Nixon took that dollar, that gold and silver from behind the dollar, that's why it started dropping. It was dropping like a ton of bricks, brother and sisters. It was dropping like a ton of bricks. Now it ain't worth nothing about 30 cents. That's why you need more of them to buy what we used to buy for nothing. Brand new car, 2,500. You already know and heard this. You like, hey, Muhammad, we heard this before. Well, I'm gonna keep telling it to you. And matter of fact, we're gonna have a curriculum, whereas to you and a telephone number, like I said in the previous video, where you can dial in and start getting that class. But in the meantime and in between time, what you need to do is download them videos, brothers and sisters. Subscribe to them videos and share them videos. If you like what you hear coming from the Watchman, talking about the Abraham covenant, talking about your birthright, and giving you fair warning, brothers and sisters, giving you fair warning not to accept that check Because once you accept that check, boom, no birthright for you. Everybody else will be packing up, leaving, and you be wondering where they going. They going to get their land, brother. We got plenty of land in Arabia. That's our land, and that's where we gonna be going. I know a brother got on and talking about, oh well, the whole earth is ours, and we can live anywhere we want. Okay, ain't no problem with that. You was quoting Elijah Muhammad. That's right. Elijah did say that, but he said we prefer the best part. Brother, like, oh well, we was over here. Yeah, we was over here because in Morocco. That's where the Europeans first came down on top of North Africa. Then some of them had a chance to bounce, to get out, to kick rocks, to run. And they ran over here to the North American wilderness. Yeah, we been over here, brother. Yeah, this is a land that we can live on. But now that we know the 411 on that, the land here is the one that's gonna be chastised. They got something coming, brother. They got a chastisement. That's what the Abraham covenant said. No, of a surety your people will be served and inflicted in a land that's not theirs. 400 years after that come, I'm coming to judge the nation. I ain't gonna be coming with a bouquet of flowers. I ain't gonna be coming with a picnic basket. God said he coming with a sword, and the blood will be up to the horse's bridle. That's way up there where the rope go, brother. Go out his mouth and go around, and you hold the rope to ride the horse. That's up to the horse's bridle. If you 4'3" and some change, you'll be swimming in blood. That's the blood of those who mistreated us. That's the whole purpose of Master Farad Muhammad coming to the North American wilderness, and his daddy, Fonzo Muhammad. They was in Arabia chilling, kicking back. They wanted to know where we was. Once they found out, Fonzo Muhammad, that's Master Farad Muhammad's daddy. Master Farad Muhammad is God in person. It ain't no mystery God. We're not mystery individuals. We're not just a spirit. A body got to have the spirit in it. If an invisible spirit flew around and got somebody pregnant, the baby would come out like the spirit. The spirit invisible. So they've been selling you that bullshit neck in Christianity, and you've been eating it up. Your mama did, your grandmama did, her grandmama, all the way back 50,000 years back, brother. But 50,000 years we wasn't doing it. This went back 400 years. Let me take that back. 400 years back. And 35,000 years back is when that when they came up with that mystery God. But anyway, I ain't talking about that, brother. Bring you all up to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Once that curriculum come in, and you start downloading those curriculums, because see, if you want your name, like my brother and sister was saying in that Lamb's book, to be on that ride back to the promised land, the first 144,000, if you want a seat on that, you need to download these videos. You need to download these lectures. You need to pick up them lectures, Master Suleiman. You need to hit the subscribe button, brothers. The only thing that make us different from any and everybody else, we got a subscribe button where you can follow and get that 411. But what you will not see is GoFundMe, because Master Suleiman, who's been pushing the program for the last 32 plus years, he ain't never had no GoFundMe on it. So the Watchmen, we ain't gonna have no GoFundMe. Why, Muhammad? Y'all rich? Y'all got enough money to pay for all this? Hey, brothers, sisters, we ain't rich. We ain't rich, but we are watchmen. We heard in our ears Master Suleiman back in 2019, 2020, and it resonated with us. And the love we have for you, our people, we want to give it back to you. So therefore, we're pushing this program, talking about the Abraham covenant. Nobody else ain't pushing it. You already paid. Your ancestors paid for the last 465 years. You paid. So what the hell do we look like charging you for something you already paid for? You need to take that up with your ministers in the Nation of Islam, because you paid them, and then you take it up with your Christian preachers. That's 10% you paid them. Huh? Is that right or is that wrong? Ask your damn preacher. Ask them about the Abraham covenant. They're trying to tell you about something that happened in the past. They're trying to hook it over on the those in Palestine, them false converted Chaldeans. And like I told you before, they wasn't in no 400 years. They pushed that program, the Holocaust. It wasn't 400 years. It was from 1941 to 1945 when Hitler was smoking them like blunts. Smoking their ass like blunts. But we've been here for 465. Add that up. Take 465 and subtract 4 years. Who had the real Holocaust? Elijah Muhammad said for every year that the Chaldean been in existence, 1 million of us have died. So that's 600 million of us who have died. So out of that 600 million that have died, we are the leftovers, brothers and sisters, because we made it through the Abraham covenant. We made it through the 400 years. We are the seed of Abraham after the 400 years. We're the ones that's ready to get our birthright. But as Elijah said, you need a thorough knowledge of yourself. And the thorough knowledge, because see, right now, the knowledge you got is the knowledge of the Chaldean. So we're trapped in his world. We're trapped in America. So we need that to untrap us, to get us out. So when we go out, we won't be carrying that same old bullshit we got trapped in our dome on our software. Your brain is your hardware, and what you got in it is software. So once they come up with the curriculum to start teaching you about the knowledge of self, and then that'll be your software, your new software. So now you ain't gonna be walking, dragging your leg, walking with your head down, walking in shame. You're gonna be walking like the God you are. You're gonna be walking like that God, that God. That when they brought us here, that's what we was, GODs, and they flipped the script. So if you take God and turn it around, what do it spell? DOG. Because that's what they made us, dogs. And like my sister said, we 3/5 of a man. That's what they got in the Constitution right now, brothers and sisters. That's how to make a God into a DOG. You put him in prison for 64 years. You don't let him hear his mother and father's tongue. You don't give him no knowledge of who he is. And then when he get out of prison, you put him under slavery, capitalism, whereas they making 100% profit. They still doing it today. But anyway, they give you little peanuts, give us little peanuts, and you know what I'm saying? We make 400, 500 a week. If you make 40 an hour, that's 320 a day. 320 a day times five, that's 15. That's about 1600. Well, if they giving and you making 1600, you can trust and believe that they making a week, a day. You making 320. They making about 300,000, if not more, and add that up in a week, brothers and sisters. So we still getting that slave wages, brothers. But when you get back to your land, once you download that curriculum that's coming to a video near you real soon, like my brothers and sisters that watch men and women on the coast that they're on, when you download them videos and get that curriculum on the knowledge of self, and then you will be in your prospective area pushing the watchman, watchwoman program also, and resurrecting your people, resurrecting them from a Chaldean software to a black god software, a black goddess software. Huh? Do that sound better to you than what you been called a nigger, a coon, a jungle bunny, which you ain't none of that, or three-fifths of a man, as it states in the Constitution? Always talking about we Americans, we Afro Americans. We ain't none of that. We the GODs, brothers and sisters, the gods of the planet. And when you download that them curriculum on coming to you soon on a video near you, and then you'll start coming back up into that God status, brother. And you'll start, and then once you get your land, get on that ride, that be that first 144,000 to make your exit out of here, huh? You don't want to stay. You don't want to stay because it's going to be on fire. Yes, sir, it's going to be on fire. Elijah told them that, and that's what the Nation of Islam was supposed to be pushing. That's what they supposed to be pushing, the Abraham covenant. But when the one who would suddenly appear, the messenger of the covenant, appeared to the Nation of Islam, they stopped them. They shut them down. They say we ain't pushing that program because if we push that program, we can't be asking for no money from the people. If we pushing that Abraham covenant program, we can't be asking no 10% from the people, because then you'll have to say, well, we've been here for 400 years. Is that not pay enough? See, so that's why they ain't pushing the program. Sunday went past. Did you ask your reverend, your preacher, male and female? Did you ask them that? Did you ask them about the Abraham covenant? Did you ask the Nation of Islam about the Abraham covenant? No. No, you didn't. You didn't ask them because they won't tell you about it. They ain't pushing, they ain't for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. They did converted like Wallace D. Muhammad did when he opened up the mosque and got all of Elijah's money on that first round. Because, as I told you before, he got sued by his family, and they had to go back to court. And the money he didn't spend, that's what they end up dividing it up. But anyway, he was pushing that Sunniism, talking about all Americans, everybody. Hey, everybody wasn't included in the seed of Abraham. It's the Asiatic black man and black woman who came to the North American wilderness as slaves. If you just got here yesterday from wherever you come from, Your descendants didn't. It ain't for you. You ain't getting on that ride of the 144,000. Now, you listen to Master Suleiman takes, he telling you to get out, kick rocks, leave. Y'all the ones that can leave. Y'all can kick rocks. Y'all can get out. But if you want to stay here, and then you're going to be receiving that chastisement, that judgment for the ones who came over here as slaves. That's talking about the tribe of Shabazz and the Levites, the priest tribe. If you wasn't in that group, if you just got here yesterday, if you a cave dweller, if you from where you from, your people didn't go through the slavery, you wasn't called nigger, coon, or jungle bunny. Your last name ain't Johnson, Jackson, Culpepper, Gary, Mr. Roundtree, and all that Chaldean names. And then you ain't under the Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters. So you can get out, but if you stay here, then you're gonna be here for that barbecue. And don't worry about what meat is going on the grill, cause you'll be that meat. You'll be that meat, brothers and sisters. You'll be on that barbecue grill getting barbecue. That's right. In the meantime and in between time, them Chaldeans is stacked up with their weapons. So when the food shortage, the gas, ain't no gas no more to go around. So you can drive up in your hoopty and pull up on wherever you want to pull up at. And ain't gonna be no gas. And ain't gonna be no electric. And since you are labeled under 3/5 of a man, the animal that they gonna be hunting is you. So even before you get on that barbecue grill, you're gonna be on that table getting got for lunch. You're gonna be the main course, brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? So everything that's transpiring now, like my brothers and sisters said in the previous video, the watchmen in their respected area warning they people, like I'm here on the West Coast warning you. If you ain't there, you'll be lunch, dinner, and supper for them Chaldeans. Because they're going to be hunting animals. And in the Constitution, they ain't changed it. You still 3/5 of a man, subhuman. They're going to lock you down as an animal. And you know they cannibals. They always been cannibals, but they try to brush that off on us. You know, everything good that we done did and done, they moved, they dust that footprint out and put their footprint in and say they did it. And everything bad that they done, they flipped the script and said, oh yeah, that's them ninjas, them 3/5 of a man, them animals. They the one that did that shiznat. No, no, no. My people are in the condition they in for lack of knowledge. So when that curriculum come up and you get that knowledge, you won't be lacking it no more. And you'll be acting as a watchman in your area, telling everybody else the 411 so they can get they seat secured on that flight out. Once everybody start pushing this program, brother, about the Abraham covenant, that 144,000 gonna fill up fast. You can trust and believe that. And we're gonna have some land. Now we're gonna have to go to war. So that's another reason why you got to get that full knowledge yourself, because you got to download that the 5 principles of Islam so you can have on that armor of God. You can have that armor of God, not that bullshit snap that the Christian preachers are preaching. They always talk about an armor of God. Tell them to expound on it. What you mean, preacher? What armor? We gonna go down there and get some bulletproof vests and stuff? Hey, the fire burned up bulletproof vests too. And if you ain't got a bulletproof vest on your head, them Chaldeans is gonna do a headshot. They gonna shoot you a little small, tiny hole in the middle of your forehead. You're gonna hit the ground like a ton of bricks, and then you're gonna be on the barbecue grill. You're gonna be at the dinner table, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or you can accept your birthright. Which one will it be, brothers and sisters? And like that Muslim brother said, if you want to stay up in America, look, deal with the consequences of staying here. That's your choice. Handle it. I'm your brother on the West Coast, the watchman, to bring you that 411, brothers and sisters. And as I came before you, so shall I leave you in the peaceful words of Assalamu alaikum.